Howdy, it's Saturday. I think it's the 28th, somewhere around there of April. And I'm taking one last shot at planting my sunflowers because I've had these caterpillars that have been eating all my little plants. I thought it was slugs and snails at first, but I found out it's caterpillars because I've caught a few of them. So anyway, I'm taking one last chance in the Sago garden of planting some sunflowers and a couple of sage plants, and I'll show you how that goes. I'm going to walk you through the Sago garden. These are the sunflowers. There's two different varieties here. These are supposed to be I forget what you call them. Those are teddy bears there, but these are they look like teddy bears, only they're tall. And I forget what you call them now. So anyway, I planted, let's see, 9 of them here, and I put little protectors around them to try to keep the bugs away a little bit, and I might put some powder down there to, keep the bugs off of it. But anyway, that's my last shot at sunflowers. If they don't go, then, or at least on this side of the garden, those are seedlings that I planted and I used them all up. I planted a couple more over here where I lost a couple of sage plants that were in here. So the smallest of the sunflowers, I put one right there and one right there. This here is a volunteer sunflower that, we feed the birds, so probably a squirrel planted that in there. And there's some other stuff in there. There's some purple cone flowers in there that I planted last year. It looks like their perennials are coming back. There's a dill plant right there, a couple dill plants. And these are the 2 sage plants that I put in here. Sage does real good here, so they should do well. It's taken me some time to figure out exactly what does well here. So sage is one of the ones. This is a sage plant that's in a pot here that is almost done flowering. That's huge. So I might as well just walk you through the rest of what's going on in this garden. This is peppermint that I grew some pumpkins in here a couple of years ago, but they don't get full sun here, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Those didn't do very well. This is a sage I just pointed out, and there's a lemon balm plant in there too with it. So there's 2 plants in that pot. That's lemon balm there. And let's see, that's an older sage plant. I'd say, they usually last 2 or 3 years, the sages. So this is a huge thyme plant. It's in we bought those pots at Sam's Club for like $15, which is a pretty good deal for a big pot like that. Probably a 20-gallon pot. And that's another thyme plant over there with the curly parsley in it. Over here, there's a couple of volunteer sunflower plants and parsley, which I've seen a few black swallowtails this year, but I haven't seen any of their larvae on any of their caterpillars rather, on my parsley yet, but it's here and they'll find it. I saw one flying around it, so it probably laid some eggs on it. And this is the reason why I call this the Sago garden. These are Sago palms here, and they got burnt pretty bad by a cold night we had this past winter, and I trimmed them down. I cut all the old dead fronds off them last week because I saw the new fronds starting to come out. So this is what it looks like when the new fronds come out. And I took some more pictures of this that I'll show in the video. And it's a pretty nice show when they come out. They're huge and impressive. So anyway, that's what's going on with these 2 Sago plants. Just outside the fence of this garden, this fence is to try to keep deer out of my vegetables. There's some blue salvia there and a couple of yucca plants, and they were both going to shoot up a flower shoot, and this one was successful, but there's the other one right there that a deer around that where you can see it. A deer chopped it off or chomped it off when it was young, so that one won't make it. But anyway, they make some pretty impressive flowers. You notice there's a snail right there chewing on them. I think I'll knock him off. The blooms are nice on those. They don't last very long. So let's look at the rest of the garden. This is my patch of garlic chives. Garlic chives are heat-loving plants. They survive here. I mean, I was on the road work for years and nobody was here to water these in the summertime, and they still survived. So that's lemon balm right there, and there's some catnip over here. And this is my vegetable. The vegetable part of the Sago garden. There's 2 BHN 589 tomato plants in here, and they're putting some tomatoes on them. You can see there. They've both got some nice big tomato cages on them. And these are the snow peas that I planted. I've gotten a couple harvests off these, but they're pretty much going to be done because we're starting to get some hot weather. But in the meantime, we're getting to eat some snow peas, which are good. I like them, and so does my wife. So those will be gone soon. And then over here, there's a couple of, these are pepperoncini peppers, which will make some pickled peppers with those. They've done good before. I know there is a pepper down here. One right there. Looks like a pepperoncini, huh? So anyway, I've grown these before and they did really well here. And that pepper right there, I think it's an ancho. I think that's an ancho pepper plant. So. And then the last thing in the garden here is the cantaloupes. You know, I had a struggle with those, kind of like I did with the sunflowers. And they're in a kind of a shady area here, but they grow up big long plants, spines, so they'll get over that once these peas are done, which will be probably in a week or so. So I've got I think 7 plants here. And what I'll do is thin those out to the strongest ones. That's going to be one of them right there. And they'll get trained up this trellis that the peas are on. So they should get some good sun. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on this side of the yard. That's the Sago garden. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make a comment down in the comment section.